One Piece live action is one of the most anticipated shows of the year, and it's easy to see why. The One Piece franchise is incredibly popular. Everyone wanted this show to do well. And as we can see from being out after a few weeks, the majority of fans would agree that One Piece live action is good. Welcome to the GTP. My name is Scott, where we talk all things manga, and now the One Piece live action. And this really is just a conversation between you and I about the new show. I wanted to go into the show with high expectations, but I was actually nervous as adaptation after adaptation after adaptation of manga and anime going to live action have gone very, very bad. So here is my honest take. After watching the entire One Piece live action and then going back to reread some of East Blue, I can say that it's good, but at the same time I do feel just a little bit empty inside. And here's why. Now, many people will tell you after reading a book series, it actually ruins the movie itself. So I usually tell people I don't read the books. That way I don't get ruined by the movie. And I think there's something that holds true to that quote. Now, my friends I've talked to who have never read One Piece but watched the live action, they actually really enjoyed it. But for someone like myself who's ranked One Piece as the #1 best manga of all time, it left me wanting more. So before I talk about some things that made me feel just a little empty inside, let's go ahead and check out some of the highlights of things that I did think were incredible with the live action. Can we say that they knocked it out of the park with the cinematography? The landscapes are absolutely beautiful. You can feel as if you are really part of the world in One Piece. The ocean-going restaurant was fantastic. You could actually believe this is real. And second, the costumes were nailed out of the park. The live action characters felt like they were really leaping off the pages. You never had to leave yourself scratching your head and wondering, who's this supposed to be? One look at Zeph and you're like, wow, chef's kiss. Pun intended. Another part of the One Piece live action I thought they knocked out of the park was going over the different characters' backstories. I thought they did such a good job when it came to Zoro's backstory, as well as a great introducing of Shanks and Luffy's backstory as well, which had a very sweet moment when Shanks gives his hat to Luffy. And Sanji's backstory left me as emotional as the first time I read it. The cast has some good moments of bantering back and forth, and I thought they did a great job with capturing Luffy's optimism on screen. Stephen Ward felt as powerful as ever as he swung his sword as if it was nothing as Hawkeye. And I also appreciated the different Easter eggs they sprinkled throughout the entire story, such as talking about Nolan the Liar. Different pirates, their wanted posters, awesome. Now, if you want to rate essentially trying to push the first 11 volumes into 8 episodes, they did a decent job. But at the same time, there's just some very special moments in this manga that I was just hoping to see on the big screen. And when I went to watch the live action, it just made me feel a little disappointed. I kept waiting for the iconic screen of Captain Morgan's statue falling over, yet they cut it out of the show. Then I was shocked that Buggy did not really get the screen time he deserves. Jeff Ward did an amazing job with the look and feel of Buggy, but I was disappointed that they really made Buggy more of a joke, not pun intended, than the menacing clown he really is. I was so excited to watch the Buggy Ball and to be able to feel the weight and actions of his decisions to the town. Instead, the Buggy Ball never came into play. In one shot, Nami sees the destruction of the town from Buggy, but that never matches the type of person we actually see on the screen. The Buggy we get from the manga is a lot more dark and twisted, and you can feel the weight of his actions. But how they did it in the live action, I just felt they did not do him the justice he deserves. Now, the Black Cat Pirates, I felt they nailed Kuro's character. How did the Black Cat Pirates feel more dark and twisted than Buggy in the East Blue? And I knew it was a bit of a long shot, hoping to see in the live action an actual sea cow. Now, is it a little ridiculous? Is it asking too much for a sea cow? Why, yes. Is it asking too much to give Buggy more screen time? No. I don't think so. The biggest controversy was how they brought in Garb so soon into the story. I would have not had Garb written in, so more screen time could have been given to the actual story of East Blue. I was glad that they did keep in one of the most powerful lines in the entire East Blue, which is when Luffy is fighting Arlong and he says, "You made our navigator cry." But in the manga, you really feel the weight of the panel as you see the flashback of Nami. It has left an impression on me forever, and yet it comes off as another one-liner when the battle with Arlong has already started. And at times, the fight scenes felt more like I was watching Power Rangers. I really hope in the next season more time is given to flesh out the battle sequences. There were other lines I was hoping that was going to be in, like the common joke about Zoro having no sense of direction, or Luffy every single time he say, "Hey, we need another member for the crew." Luffy's iconic over and over again line is, "Oh, we should get a musician." Why not a cook? Nope, we need a musician. Now I will say the last 10 minutes of episode 8 were perfect. They did a really good job tying everything together, and you can feel the heart of the crew, and you can't help but smile as you see Shanks looking at Luffy's wanted poster. At the end of the day, I feel the bar of entry, let's say it's here, has really gone down when it comes to manga and anime adaptations, just because so many are so bad. And just so happened that this is the new bar of entry, One Piece has raised up that bar, but I still feel it's missing the mark just a bit to where it could be. One manga that I thought has done a better job than any other switching to live action has been Alice in Borderland. What makes that one so special is that you can enjoy the manga as much as the live action, and they both feel satisfying. Where One Piece made me feel a bit empty, wanting to cling back to my books. The bar should be where we're debating about which one is better, the live action or the book itself. We have those arguments when it comes to Harry Potter live action versus the books. We have the same when it comes to Lord of the Rings live action versus the books. And I wish we could have the same discussion when it comes to the live action One Piece versus the books. But in this scenario, the books are just so much better. My hope is that as people watch the show, it will help them become interested in the manga, because it is amazing. There's nothing quite like it, and with over 100 volumes, it is still peak. Although I'm nervous about season 2 of the live action, I'm also optimistic. Hopefully Netflix sees this as a stepping stone and will only improve from here. Plus, I'm so excited to see one of my favorite crew members, Tony Chopper. So that's my honest take on the live action of One Piece. If you'd like to see more content like this, if you've not done so already, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.